like Adam.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
All right.
Okay.
We are live.
We are live. We're just going to wait for people to join, obviously. How's your energies been this past week?
It was a really busy week.
Yeah.
So I was off my routine. So that kind of affected things. It was just it's just things that had to be done this week that it couldn't be avoided. So, but it was a productive week. So
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
I get
good.
it.
I would say good. But then with me, a lot of stuff processes subconsciously. I don't always feel the energy shifts that other people feel, at least not
Yeah.
in my waking state.
Yeah, I had a lot of problems sleeping. I was
Yeah.
just wired to like 2 in the morning and I just couldn't figure it out. But
Mhm.
definitely a shift of energies. And I want to say hello to Alesso, Adam, and Josie for joining. We're just going to
Hello.
wait about another minute or so for a few more people to join, and then we will go through the weekly tarot, and then we'll do some live tarot readings.
Mhm.
And if you guys have any questions, feel free to enter them into the chat box. Okay, yeah, we're Kat and I were just talking about the energies this past week, and yeah, I was just saying I couldn't sleep for the last two to three nights. It's been 2 in the morning, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, is it time to get up already? I just want to go back to bed, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So definitely a lot of shifts of energies going on, and
Mhm.
I don't know if you follow that Schumann resonance, um, which I have. I still have to try to figure out what it is and understand it. Like I saw the diagram and how to understand it, but
Mhm.
I have to go through it.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we'll start with the last week's recap.
Hmm.
And I'll let you take that one.
Yeah. So last week saw some people being really cautious with their finances, with their resources, almost to the point where it was a little too much. It was causing some concerns in relationships. It was causing some misunderstandings and imbalances in relationships. And at last week too, the message was that there'll be some new creative ventures. We also saw that there were some reversal. We said reversal of misfortune is really the best way to describe it. There were people that were coming out of a phase where they had been suffering, they had been struggling to make ends meet, and that was turning around for them, and they were in a position to rebuild. And that some of the losses that they experienced were easily resolved or easily mitigated. And then I think we had Six of Cups showing that the solutions to some of those problems the collective was experiencing could be found in your past or your
Right.
childhood.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd love to know, and maybe we can ask that this week too. I'd love to know if anything that we're reading is resonating with anybody. Give us
Right.
that.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. And for those that are not on the live, and you're rewatching this, let us know in the comments as well if our readings are resonating with you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So maybe I'll start off this week.
Mhm.
And so for this week, what I've pulled, the King of Cups is the first card. Okay. And I'm using the Wandering Star Tarot. So the King of Cups really is all about, intuition, emotional maturity, someone who's sitting on their throne, someone who's gone through the journey of life, through the ups and downs and the happiness and the sorrows and so on. And they're finally at the peak. Okay. So that's the King of Cups. So it is a good card. But it's also based on what it's following and what's following it. So let's see the next card in the spread that I pulled, And here I've got the Hangman. So let's see if you can see that. Okay. The Hangman is really all about reflection. It's about waiting. It's about rebirth. It's basically you're looking at your own life upside down. So you're looking at it completely different than you normally would. Okay. And following the Hangman, I've got the Six of Swords. Okay. And this card seems to be coming up constantly, reading after reading after reading, which really says a lot. Now, the Six of Swords is about exploring, discovering, but you're sailing away from, rough waters into something smooth, right? Because it's just too much for anyone to handle.
Mm-hmm.
So if I look at all three cards this week, let's see, let's get them on the screen here. Okay. All right. So we start off with the King of Cups. It's so funny because when I do this, it's so backwards and I always get the cards mixed up.
Me too.
Yeah. So the King of Cups, again, so someone who's emotionally mature sitting on that throne. And then it seems like, you know what? Yeah, everything's good to go, but maybe it's not, because the next card to come up is the Hangman. So it looks like the king is like, no, I need to reevaluate my life. I need to flip it upside down, find out what's going on, because maybe I'm not as happy as what I think I'm supposed to be. Okay. So that's one way of reading it. And then you've got the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is trying to tell you, oh, you know what? It's time for you to actually pick up your socks and move. Get away from all the drama. Get away from everything that you see. Now, if I want to translate this into real life and everything that's going on right now, we're looking at the king as an intuition, like a spiritual awakening. Okay, and that's very, very important, because we're all going through that spiritual awakening right now, some of us faster than others. Okay, so that's the king. And then what it's trying to say, well, okay, look at your life, look at your past, flip your world upside down. What's going on? So that is saying, oh my God, now I'm looking at things differently. I'm waking up. It's not the same interpretation as what I'm used to. And then you have the Six of Swords that walks in and says, holy crap, everything I'm seeing in the media, everything I'm hearing in social media or through friends or whatever, there's a whole lot of drama and things going on in the world right now. And a lot of people just want to sail into smooth waters, get away from it all. So really this is what these three cards are trying to tell us, right? We're awakening, we're realizing things that we never realized before, and we're sitting in troubled waters more than we thought. So yeah, what's your interpretation of these three cards?
When I saw the king, because I know we talked earlier about this, but when I saw it again on the screen, the first thing that came to me was, heavy is the head that wears the crown. So, and even as I say that, I get goosebumps. And we've talked about this on previous lives. Spiritual awakening is not a day at the spa.
Nope.
It can be wonderful, like the king indicates, you're coming into your sovereignty. Some of us are really reaching that level of mastery where we're starting to, okay, this is what awakening is. Okay. Some of you may have hit a level this week for the week that's coming, some of you may hit a level that's really uncomfortable, and it causes you to spin around and look at things from that different perspective. And part of what happens when you go through this ascension and awakening is you start to go out of phase with other people network. So to me, the Six of Swords is saying, okay, I'm starting to now move out of phase with these people. So it's your cards to me seem to be indicating a level of awakening that's happening or maybe happening for some of the collective that's causing them to now shift, like you say, shift their perspective, reevaluate and move on physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well said. Okay, so I see Josie. Josie is saying, so true, the vibration is like a push and pull. And Josie does have a question. So yes, Josie, stay after Kat's reading, and we will do a reading for you as well.
Yep.
All right. Your turn,
So,
Kat.
yeah, my cards this week were interesting. Couple of reversals. The first one was the 8 of rods or wands. My deck calls them rods. And this upright, this is a great card. It means fast action. A lot of stuff is happening. Goals are being met. Targets are being hit. As you can see, sort of the downward, oops, do this the wrong this way. Okay. The downward motion. So they're aiming at their target. They're going to land at their target. But when it's this way, the arrow was shot too close to the target and it's going to miss. That's one way. You can interpret this card in a lot of ways, but just looking at the other cards that came up for me and the way this card is aspected, to me, this card reads perhaps avoid some what's the word? Knee-jerk reactions, impulsivity. There's a real risk this week of people being impulsive and taking action before they've properly thought out their course of action. So the next card I pulled was the 7 of Pentacles. So we've been working really hard. We've got our lovely, in this case, he's got his pentacles, which he's grown and tended and cared for. And he's sitting there just kind of looking at them like he's afraid to harvest them. He's at harvest. It's time to harvest, but he's afraid to do it. He's sort of thinking twice about it. So I sort of, the way now that I'm interpreting these two is that maybe the 8 is warning us to maybe just don't, anything we're thinking of doing with our money this week, maybe ill-advised, maybe impulsive, to watch out for that. And then my third card again, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So even in reverse, this card isn't terrible because it talks about money and things taking off. But this being in reverse tells me there are financial ventures that maybe won't do so well this week. So if you're investing in the stock market, or if you're planning on spending money on something in specific that's part of a project or bigger purpose, might not be a good week to do it. To me, these cards are saying, hold them, don't play them. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, so now that you put up the 8 of Wands there, it came to me that the 8 of Wands is also a card of delivering news. So you're expecting some news to come, and very quick, okay? But in the reversed position, you're waiting for that news. It hasn't come, and it's kind of getting irritating. And you have the 7 of Pentacles, which is next. So you've planted the seed at work in the sense of, you know what, you've started a project, it's grown, it's ripening, and it's almost ready to produce financial gains. And it's just not there yet. You're waiting for this news to come through, and then in reversed. So to me, it's almost like this new venture that you want to start towards the end. So the Ace of Pentacles, it's on hold because it's dependent on the news that you're supposed to get from the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. Right? So, so there's some kind of holding pattern for you this week, from what I'm reading. Yeah. And it makes perfect sense, I think, in the general collective. So another thing with the 7, another way you can interpret that card is, let's say you're up for promotion at work. And maybe like the 7 of Pentacles normally is, if you get it, it's encouraging you. Ask for that raise. Ask to be part of that new project. But this week, it looks like it's saying hold off. Like you say, the timing might not be right. It might not be right. But I also think, if anybody was thinking of doing some kind of financial venture, I don't know if the cards are saying they're going to fail. I think the cards are just warning, maybe hold off. Don't take any action yet. Wait and see, right? Because who knows a lot can happen in a week, right? Exactly. Yeah, well said. So, just a quick recap. My cards were about awakening, seeing the world from a different angle, and maybe realizing that we're not on such stable ground as you may have thought to begin with. Kat, your quick recap.
News coming or possible impulsive action or procrastination could also mean that amongst the collective. There's been a lot of work put in, a lot of good work put into financial ventures, but we're in a bit of a holding pattern, like this card indicates. We're not sure what to do with our heart. Do we harvest? Do we not? And then this card is saying some things, some projects that you want to start aren't going to do so well. So the cards seem to be saying, hold off, wait, and like don't take any rash, impulsive action.
Perfect. All right. I see a couple more people have joined. Thanks for joining. So we've got 2 comments so far that in the chat box that would like a reading. It's Josie and Mixed Colors with me. So
hi, Luma.
And all
Josie
right.
first?
Yes, let's do Josie. So Josie does have a specific question.
What does she want?
Let's see. Okay, it says, hello. Do you see me expanding in my current company or any updates I should be aware of? So it is definitely job related.
Not this week, but
okay, let's see.
But maybe later. Let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, it feels like we're all in a holding pattern this week.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Ooh.
Here we go.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so 2 cards popped up for me, Josie. The first one is the 4 of Cups. So let me just show it to you here. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's try to get away from the glare.
Yeah.
Okay, and the 4 of Cups, you can see there's 3 on the floor, 1 kind of floating in the air. And what this card really stands for is yearning. There's a delusion, maybe boredom in your romantic life, okay? Because Cups is about, it's emotional, it's about love, okay? The next one that came out was the Sun, but the Sun is in reversed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Still a card in reverse.
Yeah. So, yeah, and the upright meaning, you're talking about, life, energy, light, which is fantastic. And the reverse meaning to me, it is more about needing to find that light within. Okay, so not coming from your environment. So what I see relating to your job, Josie, is that there's a possibility you might be getting a little bored with the current role that you're in. But don't give up, because it really, it's trying to say to me, find the light within you and that spark for it to come out. And then I think once that spark comes out, things will change. And what about yourself, Kat? What did you pull for Josie?
The Hermit.
Ah, interesting.
So holding pattern, right? So the Sun in reverse, right? Good things coming, but delayed. Like it's just not going to be as, but again, these are karmic. These major arcana cards are karmic. So this is, and it seems to me whenever we read for Josie, we get that not now, or you're asking the wrong question, right? It's, and this card, the Hermit especially, time for you to go within, time for you to spend some time in meditation, spend some time journaling, spend some time soul searching. Because in the busyness of our day-to-day, we often don't give this its due. We don't take the time that we need to reflect and really get to know ourselves, unplugging from the matrix, quieting the mind. So it seems to me like, so your Sun in reverse is encouraging, so that good times are coming, but they're going to be delayed. And the Cups, the 4 of Cups is also about, opportunities being presented and you don't see them. There's
Yes.
something there and it's right in your peripheral, but you're not quite seeing it. So, and then my card, I think, seems to be summing it all up and saying, time to just reflect a little bit and reconnect with your higher self. Start journaling, start writing, and see what, even just automatic writing, just see what comes out. What kind of things are flowing from the pen as you're writing? Some inner work still need to be done, Josie.
Okay. So there was a little bit of muffling going on towards the end there, Kat. I'm not sure if it was your internet signal or mine, but what I'm gathering is you mentioned that she needs a little bit to do a little bit more inner work.
Yeah, she needs to take some time to, I was just suggesting some automatic writing or journaling or meditating or whatever, Reiki, crystal healing, whatever you think might open up that connection, your crown chakra connection, so you can connect your intuition and do that reflection and that inner work. I think once you've done that, things will become more clear and you'll have more epiphanies what course or direction should be.
Right. And Christine had made a comment basically on our reading as well. She's like, someone or something is blocking Josie's path. And she also mentioned go in nature and hug a tree. So yeah, that's very good advice. Because Josie, I think, like Kat said, a lot of the cards we've pulled for you in the past seem to have some kind of a holding pattern, or they're not giving you a very clear path of travel or a clear answer. So I think what you need to do this year for 2024 is do that inner work. That seems to keep popping up in the readings. Okay. Josie said okay, and thank you. Okay, then we have Mix Colors with Me.
Luna. We have Luna in here too. So Luna. So Luma, you have a question, or do you just want to know what the weekends are? You don't have to don't need to have a specific question. You can just say, tell me what's happening in my job front, or you don't have to be specific.
Right. So what I've got is, what is my next step? So I'm not sure what reference that is. Is it about job? Is it about love?
It's about job.
It's about job. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yuma. Yeah,
she got job as well. Okay. Interesting. Nothing is coming flying out just yet. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice one. This one said, "Me, read me."
Okay, I'll let you go first.
Ace of Cups. So the Cups suit is about emotions, about social life, love, new ventures, heart happiness. So the cards are saying there's something coming up for you. And with Cups, the timeline isn't tomorrow. It could be a little, like a few weeks, a few months, right? But there's something coming up that's going to fill the spot in your soul that feels a little empty right now. That's how I interpret this card. Steve, is anything else coming to you about this card that you think we should add?
Yeah, well, so the ace, again, the ace is about new beginnings. I think, yeah, new beginnings. And, because you're looking at this from a job perspective, to me, it's more about You're looking for that new job or that career that's going to provide you that passion, that love for what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is key. You need to focus on finding something that you love to do, and it's not financially. This is really about the passion within you. And the funny thing is, I pulled the 7 of Cups. Oh, that's good. Okay. So there we go. So you can see from the 7 of Cups, again, it is a love, it is an emotional card, but it's about choice. It's about instinct. You're going to have, possibly a lot of options or roads to be able to pick what you're going to have that passion for. And so very, very positive reading overall. You're going to have options. And again, remember to focus on the passion aspect of it. What makes you feel happy?
Yes. So, and there's usually you don't have that choice. Having choice and being in a position to select something. So you're not selecting it out of panic because you need a job. You're selecting it because you've got options, and you're going to pick the one that makes your heart and soul happy. So it looks to me like you're going to be in the driver's seat there.
Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah, that's an excellent.
Okay. And I just want to welcome hello Chaylee from the YouTube channel. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's see if we have any other. Okay, so is it Luma or Luna?
Mixed colors with me is Luma.
Luma. Okay, so
yes, Luna is the other.
Okay, so she did say amen. Thank you. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so if there is anyone else out there that's looking for a quick 1-card reading, let us know in the comments. We will pull the cards for you.
Yeah, it's almost 8:30. We've got time for one more.
Yeah. Anyone? By all means, go for it.
Dating myself there a little bit.
Oh, I hear you. Okay, so Chaylee says, yes, please. So Chaylee, is there any specific question that you have regarding, your job, your career, love life, anything of that nature? If so, just type that in the comment section. That way we can focus the reading more specific to that.
It's Chaylee?
Yes, Chaley.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay. So there's nothing specific. So I think what we can do is we'll just pull a card and see what comes up.
What do the cards have to say for Chaylee?
Shaylee. Thank you. Thanks for
thank you for correcting us. I don't like mispronouncing people's names.
And it's hard when you see it typed because pronunciation is sometimes so different.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Let's see what comes up for Shaylee.
Oh. Okay.
Did you get one?
I did.
Okay. Oh, mine just came out. So you go ahead.
So you've maybe you're feeling a little bit worn down, like you've got your group of allies is really short, you're small, you don't have a lot of people in your corner. This is the card of, you're in some aspect, you've hit rock bottom, or you feel like you have, whether you actually have or not, might not be the case, but you're feeling like you have. So this is the card.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So the cards are picking that up. The good thing about, so the 10 is the last card in the suit before we get to the court cards. So it means that whatever's happened, you can only go.
Oh, hold on, Kat. Your internet, I think, is a little slow there.
Can you hear me now? It's funny, it's not showing any latency.
Okay. Okay.
Coming and going. I'm sorry. I'll repeat that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So the 10 is the last card in suit before the court. I'd say the only place to go from here is up. So you can be consoled in that not any worse. They've gotten about as bad as they're going to get. They're going to go up from here. And but again, you have to choose your attitude around this, right? We all go through these lulls, these peaks and valleys in life, but it's how the art of detachment. Feel the feelings around it, but don't let them define who you are. Use this as a lesson to move on, but you can do great things now that you.
Yeah. Okay. It was sporadic. So yeah, I'll try to recap. So Kat's card was the 10 of Swords, and that is basically the end of the cycle. So 10 of Swords, it's like you're being stabbed in the back. You are exhausted. You don't know where to turn anymore, and you just want to just like lay down and do nothing. And I think Shaylee resonated with that. The good thing is because it's a 10, it's at the end of the cycle. So you're going to move into the next part of your cycle, your next part of your life, like a different chapter. I pulled the 2 of Swords. Okay, so you can see that the woman here, she's blindfolded. She's got 2 swords. And what it's trying to really tell you is choice. So choice and decision. So I think with whatever you're struggling with right now, you have a choice to let that go and move forward, or your second choice is to stay there and keep having that 10 of Swords in your back. So you do have the options, which is great in the sense of you can free yourself from that yucky situation that you're in. Mm-hmm. So Shaylee, I hope that really resonates with you. You know, and I will say one thing, we both pulled Swords, and Swords is really reflective of your intellect and also your throat chakra, about being able to speak the truth and find the truth out. So it's, you know, again, if we look at that, I'm not sure if there's people around you that are maybe talking, you know, crap about you and you just found out, or, you know, people at your work are kind of two-faced. They seem like they're happy for you and they're not. So something of that kind of nature might be happening to you, but you do have the decision. Now you know the truth. You do have the decision, and you go one way or the other.
Yeah.
So,
and the 2 is also about, like, so you're struggling to make a decision, but it's you've got that. There's a bit of a feeling for me with the 2 of Swords that some of it is willful blindness, but just a little bit, like you know the decision to make, but for whatever reason you can't move forward with it. You can't make it. So again, that could be a little soul searching there. And if you can practice detachment, so that's another thing. I posted a lot about detachment this week because I was just feeling prompted to do that. Learn how to separate yourself from your emotions. It will help you make that decision a lot easier.
Yeah. And she wrote, that would be heaven compared to reality. So let's send you lots of love and light going forward. I see a few more people have joined. Lizzie, Biff, Anna, thanks for joining. Yes, there is a little bit of a slow internet. I think for some reason it might be on Kat's side. If you guys, you know, if it's cutting out on my side as well, let me know. Or if it's just Kat's side.
I am seeing your picture freezes time to time, but I don't lose your audio. I hear your audio, but your picture freezes for me every so often. But, so again, that could be me. I don't know.
Okay.
Tonight.
Okay. is there anyone else on the live that would love to have a 1-card pull from Kat and myself? Just put a comment in the chat box and we will get to you. Because we are towards the end of our live. Thanks, Christine. All right, so we will wrap up just by saying or telling everyone what we do for the spirituality thing. I'm obviously a tarot reader, same with Kat. I also do energy healing using crystals and Reiki, and sound as well. So my new venture is sound bowls, and Kat is a Reiki master. So I'll let you take over there, Kat.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so I'm also a Reiki master and an animal Reiki master. So I'm Reiki for people and pets. I do. I'm going to be speaking at the St. John Ambulance therapy dog group this week and doing a little demonstration for them on animal help their therapy dogs. Really excited about that. I am a tarot reader. It's something I've been doing for years, but I don't do it like Steve does. Steve's really, really good at mentoring me with that because I've never done it for a live audience before. So this has been really great. And I'm also a maker and somebody who can teaching permaculture, how to grow your own food, how to live sustainably. I volunteer at the Toronto Wildlife Center, feeding baby squirrels, which is as fun as it sounds. So all things Green Witch, that's me.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we will wrap that up and we will see you again next Sunday. Thanks for joining.
Have a great week, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.